All right. Okay. I think it's time. I think we're live. It says we're live. We're 3 seconds into the live stream. Oh my God, it's working. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Caliber Corner, episode number 176, season 3. We're going to have a little discussion on knives. We're going to talk about some of our favorite knives that we purchased before, brands that work for us. It's been approximately 121 episodes since we had a knife discussion. And I got to admit, I'm kind of a knife noob, and on my channel, I'm a little thin on the knife content. And I think I'm going to invest in knives this year because there's nothing else in stock. So the knives seem to be there. So that's what I'm going to get into a little bit. I'm going to check out some new knives. We've got a great panel joining us this morning. Hopefully we have a few more people join in. And what we're going to do is just talk about the knives that we carry, different conditions we work them under, different applications and so on. And then check out some of the major brands to see what's new or see what they have to offer. The whole idea is when we're done with this, hopefully we'll help you guys find a knife that's going to work for your budget, that's going to work best for you. And again, I have no affiliate links for this stuff whatsoever. If I show off a website, we're just showing it off for the heck of it. And so I hopefully give you guys some good resources. Let's go ahead and let the panel introduce themselves here. And just a reminder that today's episode is sponsored by SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska. And SS Pawn has been a longtime sponsor of the channel. A lot of the firearms that you see on this channel belong to the owner of SS Pawn. So stop in there, take the Interstate 80 exit, going into Lexington, Nebraska. It's right there in the middle part of Nebraska. You can't miss it. And the pawn shop's just on the right side. There's a big sign that says pawn shop. Stop in there, say hello to Stan, and SS Pawn will take care of your firearms needs. So starting off with the panel introductions, the man on my left here, Tony, he was with us for this knife chat 121 episodes ago. I think it was like Caliber Corner episode number 55 or something like that. I don't even know. I can't even do the math. Tony, how's your morning going, man? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, man. How the heck is it going for everybody else?
Dude, we're thawing out. We're thawing out, bub.
It's still like 15 degrees here. It's cold.
Oh, yeah, we're at 8 or 9 right now. I don't even know. But we're going to get up into the 30s today, so I'm pretty excited for that. So it's way better than 25 below zero, which is where we were last Saturday.
Yeah.
Without a wind chill, mind you. Yeah.
I can tell y'all that I carried the exact same knives that I carried the last time we did this.
Hey, Tony, me too. That's how bad I am when it comes to knives. I'm not one of those guys that just goes out and gets all the newest ones that come out. I'm not exactly a knife channel. I feature some knives, and usually they're just going to be budget friendly. I know. I hear you, Tony. So if that's working for you, you can share that with us and let us know what works for you. We'll talk about maybe like some good hunting knives, possibly some combat knives if you have any of them. Otherwise, if you just use the same old, that's good. That's good. So Tony, how are things going for you, man? You staying busy or what?
Staying cold. So no, I'm not staying busy at all. I'm just holding this chair down.
Dude, that's all you need. A nice warm fire and just kind of keep yourself nice and warm. So, and for those of you that don't know Tony, he's with us when he can be with us. He's the OG. He's the one of the godfathers of the original Gun Channel's family. He's been with us since episode number 1, and it's always good to have Tony stop back when he can for his insight and wisdom. So, Tony, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Talk about an introduction. Yeah. All right. Also joining us, we got a little Black Cat Outdoors in the house. Black Cat, what's going on, man? What do you know?
Oh, not much. Hanging out, driving, trying to get over in traffic for this son of a biscuit move.
You hate when that happens, you know?
Yeah. It's great. Yeah. I like to say it's an honor to be on with Tony in a knife chat. He's old enough that they invented steel in his lifetime. So,
I know, isn't that cool? When they started first forging steel, Tony was there. He was there just hammering away. He probably made that knife that he's been carrying for the last 50 years, right, Tony?
Well, one of them's an old timer, so maybe.
Hey, there you go, dude. That's all you need, man. That's all you need. So Black Cat, are you still doing a show? You still got some live stuff going on for people, or what? What's the plan?
I have not been doing a lot of live. It depends.
Okay.
I know you said you were going to end kind of early. I might do a live after you're done today.
I was going to say, I've only got an hour, unfortunately, because I have a family member that wants to shop for a new concealed carry piece, and I'm excited to help her do that. So I'm going to have to stop in an hour, but we can still have a good discussion. But, so you might go live after this show on your channel?
Yep, I might. I've got a pickup here that I'm going to be sitting at for a couple hours probably, so I got to do something.
Heck yeah, man. That'll be good. So, guys, make sure you check out Black Cat Outdoors channel, and you got a lot of reviews. What do you review on your channel, Black Cat?
A little bit of everything. I do hunting, fishing. I have several knife reviews. I can't remember how many are on there. I don't know if I have a playlist specifically for knife reviews. Might be something I should do because I probably had 6 or 8 on there. And,
Cool. Yeah.
I've done gun reviews on there, backpack stuff, freaking fishing reviews. Working on fishing stuff, and hopefully I'm on vacation next week, so hopefully I'll get a bunch of video shot and actually have a lot more out. So I'm hoping to do a black powder video while I'm on vacation if I can get to my range through the 20 inches of snow that's on
the snow and the mud.
Right yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to warm up. I can't complain because in Nebraska, it's only been really cold for about 2 months or 3 months total. But man, I'm just ready for it to warm up a little bit. We're getting a little more daylight now. Get out to the range, do some shooting. Ease. All right. So Black Cat, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and let Defense Dad give us an introduction. Defense Dad, you with us?
I'm here.
All right, man. So tell us a little bit about your channel. Tell us a little bit about you. What do people need to know?
Oh, I just have a little channel. It's kind of dedicated to help newer gun owners, learn from some of the mistakes I've made and hopefully save them some money and hopefully they enjoy the content along the way.
Good. Cool.
Just old car guy and woodworker and happen to like shooting.
Good. Make sure you guys check out Defense Dad's channel. He's got a lot of great reviews over there too. And you're not afraid to give your honest opinion. And I like that. I think that's a good thing. People need to know if something sucks. And I think it's important they know before they spend their money, or at least give them some insight into what works for you and what doesn't work. So that's what I like about your channel, man.
When you hit 40, your give a crap-o-meter kind of flavor is a little bit different.
Oh, absolutely. My tactical muffin top has grown exponentially since I turned 40. There's just something about it. I don't know if you become apathetic or what the deal is, but stuff just doesn't bother you like it used to.
Wait till you're 60.
Does it get better or worse? No, that's when you start. That's when you start getting all grouchy and complaining about everything, right, Tony?
Heck, I did that when I was 30.
Oh man, geez. All right, so we've sort of kind of identified Tony's age right now. He's already kind of revealed a little bit of that. We're waiting for the carbon 14 results to come in, and then we'll know the exact age for sure. So, yeah. All right. Okay, moving on. Squib Load. What's up? How you doing, sir?
I'm here.
I'm having a highly caffeinated morning. I'm very energetic today. I just want you to know that. Are you ready for that kind of energy? You don't even have no response.
I'm too tired to even hit the mute button. Yeah. Sure. I'll be ready once I get highly caffeinated.
There you go. Make sure you guys check out Squiblow's channel. He did a really cool review, a 1-year review of his Chevy Colorado pickup, which I thought was cool because it's nice to just get kind of the driver's long-term insight. A lot of car reviews, they've had it for a couple weeks, a test vehicle, and they can tell you a lot about it. But in terms of long-term reliability, just long-term driving, I think it's cool to get kind of and a lot of car channels and stuff, they'll do like a 3-month review, but to have one after a year, that's pretty cool. So I did watch your review. I thought it was cool. Just all the little features and stuff you talk about. And I think it really hits the demographic for the kind of person that shops for a pickup. So it was a great review, Squib.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll publish it this morning. Yeah, right now it's still unlisted. I'll go ahead and publish it this morning.
Were you going to do it this morning or not? I hope I didn't ruin the surprise.
Today or tomorrow. You know what?
Okay,
no,
okay.
I'll just do it tomorrow. I was gonna.
Okay.
I'll schedule it. Yeah. It's.
Well,
I mean, it's not like a car and driver type review. It's kind of like I like this. I don't like that. I was surprised about this. I still don't know what this is. Kind of review.
That's all right. And, that's kind of cool because it's a lot of the insight you don't get from a lot of car reviews. And I think that's a good thing. So awesome. Make sure you guys get over to Squiblow's channel, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and check out that review. All right. Let's see. Over on my left here, we got Missouri Patriot, Mo Patriot. What is going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Good. Good morning, everybody.
All right. How's life treating you, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, just trying to, thaw out from all the cold.
Oh man, I'll tell you what's the coldest you guys got down to this time around? What did it hit for you guys?
Well, I was up in Marysville, Kansas working, and I think it was like 20 below.
Yeah.
So,
that's about where we were 25 below zero. I know out the western part of the state, they got 38 below zero in the morning, and that's without wind chill. That's insane.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah, I've experienced 10 or 15, but never anything past 20. That's a whole different kind of death that you experienced. So yeah.
Yeah, and I work outside. I was outside for like 4 hours. So,
Dude, oh my God. I walked the dog for 15 minutes. I'm in pain. I don't know how you do it, man.
you just keep moving.
God, that's pretty much it.
Moving.
Well, and I couldn't cover my face because of glasses and crap. So unfortunately that made it rough, but yeah, no. Hey, so are you kind of a fan of knives then, or what? You got a few knives in your collection?
I've got a few. I mean, I don't have a lot. I don't know a lot about them, but I do like to buy them on occasion.
Well, again, we're just going to share with people, what we've used and what works for us. And I mean, I'm not really loyal to any one particular brand. In fact, most of what I have is on the budget side of things. We're talking under $50. So a lot of what I'm going to show off is going to be some good practical knives that you don't spend a lot of money on. Otherwise, you can spend whatever you want on anywhere from $3 to $3,000 on a knife. I mean, it's crazy what's available on the market. So,
yeah, I think the last one I bought was an Ozark Trail for like $5 at Walmart.
There you go.
Or something like yeah.
This little sucker right here, 6 years old. I paid $3.87 for it. 5.5 years old. Beat the heck out of it. I mean, I've like hammered nails into 2x4s with this thing. I mean, it's just a little beast, man. And if I lose it or something happens to it, I really don't have to worry about it. So yeah.
And for what I've gathered with one I bought, they're super sharp and they keep their edge pretty well.
It does. And I mean, I've hacked all kinds of crap with this, and supposedly it has a titanium coated blade, which is funny because it really shows very little wear. I mean, it hasn't like worn through yet and shown like a patina or anything like that. And this little sucker, I mean, it's just it's amazing how well it's actually held up. It was one of my earlier EDCs, but anyway, yeah. So hey, let's just give a little shout out on the YouTube side and see who's out there today. So we got Squibbloat out there and over here, along with Black Cat Outdoors. We got a little Justin Grimm going on. Justin said, "Okay, I subscribed last Saturday's show." Justin, thank you for doing that, sir. I appreciate it. Watt 75's out there. He says, "I've lost every knife I've ever owned, so I don't spend a lot of money on knives." I know that's part of it. Is I want to get a really nice one, like kind of just a really good high quality knife, but I'm so worried about sitting it down somewhere or loaning it to somebody or just whatever happening, something happened to it. So Thomas Reese says, once I hit 40, I became Oscar the Grouch because it makes me work twice as hard to keep myself looking like I did in my 20s. LOL. That's a good philosophy, sir. I like that. Poor Conservative is out there also. Young Gun 995 says, "What's up, guys?" Hey, what's going on, Young Gun? Scott 79's out there. Defense Dad joining us. Mike's out there. Just says cold, everybody. It's cold out. John 12 Gauge is in the house. MKJO's out there too. Good morning. And first to join in was the Kingpin. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this discussion started. So what we're going to do is just a little kind of round table, run this one around everybody. Just what is your EDC or what is your go-to pocket knife? What works for you? I think you're going to discover that, you can spend a lot of money if you want to. You can spend a little bit of money and still get a high quality American made knife, which I think is great, which compared to a lot of other stuff that's out there, that's not always the case. A lot of these companies do have, Chinese made, knives, and a lot of them, that's pretty much all they have. But some of the brands we're going to talk about, they do have American made, which I think is a good thing. So Missouri Patriot, we're going to put you on the spot. What is your EDC? What is your daily go-to? What works for you, man? What's your favorite pocket knife, just in general?
Okay, I'm here. I have a CRKT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure of the model, but I carried it when I was in the service, and it just seems to work for everything I need.
We're talking like pocket clip folding, right?
Yep,
Okay. Yeah, CRKT, I think it stands for Columbia River Knife and Tool Company or something like that, or Tool and Knife Company,
mm-hmm.
CRKT. And it's held up well. I mean, no problems with it and stuff. That's been pretty decent for you.
Nope, and it takes it sharpens really well. And I know a knife guy, and when we're on the train, he's always sharpening his knives. So I handed that over to him, and he's like, "Well, at least you got a good knife." So I thought, well, I got a good knife then. So
yeah. Well, I'm kicking myself. I should have had my dad on the show today. My dad worked in a beef packing plant for over 40 years, and he spent the last 15 years as one of about 3 guys that does all the knife sharpening in the plant for all the industrial saws, all the big knives, all the, whenever a knife gets all mangled and messed up, they need to put an edge back on it. He does that. And so I need to maybe have him on the show, and we can just have a little sharpening discussion. So, but yeah, it's good when the sharpener realizes what's a good brand, what works well. So
absolutely.
Cool. Hey, Single Shot's joining us. Single Shot, why don't you give us a little shout out? You ready to go, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm doing okay. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad.
Hey, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. We got a pretty full panel this morning. I thought maybe we would have a lot of people show up. I didn't know. So, single shot. What are some of your what's one of your favorite just everyday pocket carry or EDC knife? What works for you, man?
I like the. I'm having the guy work on my truck here too at the same time.
Okay.
No, I've always liked a little cheap folder. I don't use anything that's too exorbitant.
It kind of seems like with anybody that has a knife, they kind of fall into one of three categories. They're going to get just the inexpensive, I would say disposable, but possible, losable little $4 or $5, flipper folding knife. Or you got the people that are going to spend maybe the $50, $60 route and get something decent that, maybe they want a few features or want a certain kind of blade material. And then you got people that really go up on the high end. They're getting, expensive brands and they're spending a couple $100 per knife, which you can easily do anymore. So, and that's fine. Regardless of what category you fall into, hopefully we'll give you guys some suggestions for what's going to work best for you. All right. So Squib, what's your EDC? What's been kind of your go-to?
Buck knives. I carry a buck 285 every day. They're inexpensive. They're about the right size to cover a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. They've got a belt clip, so you don't necessarily have to carry it in a pouch. You can just stick it right there inside your pocket or on your belt or something. I gutted a deer with one once. So I know it'll work. It's not exactly my first choice for it. The knife is one of those, I guess you could call disposable from what you're saying. Like I've lost a few of them. Let's just put it that way. And I'm not out too much money. The $25 one comes with a smaller knife, which is real handy. They're 283 Nano.
Okay.
And if you want to get it in camouflage pattern, the knife by itself is about $35, and that's still a little bit pricey to lose, but it's not $135 or something like that because you can get some really nice knives.
I'm looking at Buck right now. Yeah.
For well over $100, you can get a really nice knife, but if you happen to lose it, that's significantly more to.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Squib. Has that thing got a lock blade?
Wait, you mean it locks open?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it does lock open.
Which buck is it, Squib? I'm looking at the buck
285.
285. Okay, so buck 285 is one you recommend. Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm looking at the catalog, and they're not that expensive. Bucks
no,
are
they're
like
not.
$20, and they go up from there. Okay.
If you go to Bass Pro Shop, if you've got one in your area, you can get a 285 in orange with a 283 Nano in black together in a pack, and it makes a good gift. It's you get two knives for a fairly good price. Or if you want to get like a camo pattern, you can just get the 285 by itself. The other thing I carry pretty much every day is a Leatherman Wave. Now, I know you might say, well, that's a multi-tool, not really a knife. And yeah, it's got two knives on it.
Yeah, but, and they're really sharp, though. I mean, they're really great blades. And mine have always held an edge really well. You do have to sharpen them frequently if you use them a lot, but
not mine anymore. I've used it. Yeah, I've sharpened that thing so many times. But a multi-tool comes in really handy for somebody. I probably use a screwdriver on it more than anything else. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes I'll use the buck knife as a flat bladed screwdriver on some larger things to open up maybe like a panel on a machine or something like that. But yeah, I used to just carry the multi-tool, and now I'll carry the multi-tool plus a folding knife or two folding knives. And at first I didn't understand because I met somebody at one of the rallies that I think they had like 5 knives on them or something. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, why do you need so many?
Was that nothing fancy?
No. But I was just like, why? And then I don't know. I started carrying a second knife and then a third knife. And I said, okay, yeah, they're different sizes. They're different shapes.
Different applications, really.
Yeah. So now I can understand why somebody might carry multiple knives.
Oh, definitely. And we'll try to take a look at some of the butt collection and see what they have. Now, is that the Bantam? Because I'm trying to find the model you're talking about. Is it also known as the Bantam?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. And unfortunately, I'm looking on Blade
Bantam
HQ and they're all sold out. So yeah,
the Bantam BLW. Yeah. And here's the thing: it says on the back, or it says on the front too, "Made in America." Now it's made in America of U.S. and foreign components.
Yeah.
So there could be some imported parts, or there are going to be some imported parts on here, but you're still supporting American jobs because the final assembly, the quality control, and some of the parts,
distribution, headquarters, packing.
Well, and I mean,
it's all
some of the
USA
components
based
too. Yeah. And when you get final assembly in America, you're going to get that American quality control. So I don't have a problem, and I don't have an issue when it says "made in the USA of U.S. and global components." I don't have an issue with that.
Well, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of steel and a lot of aluminum that we import, and we need to fix that. But that is kind of the reality of industrial production. I mean, that's something we need to get back to. But still, that's just kind of how it is, unfortunately. But yeah, but no, I do agree with you completely. Cool. All right, Defense Dad, what's your go-to for an EDC? What do you like to carry?
Well, I've had a lot of knives over the years. I'm 46 and I've carried a knife since I was 10. So, had a lot of I guess Swiss Army knives. I tend to break them, but I've got 3 workhorses that I kind of go back and forth between. And the one I carry the most, to be honest, and most people probably never heard of, it's a Stanley 10-049.
Oh.
It is a hybrid between a pocket knife and a utility knife. You buy replaceable blades for it. You can still. I've had this since I worked at a lumberyard in college.
Okay.
You can buy replacement blades for it. It's a nice size. It just fits in the pocket. It's a lot better than your typical utility razor knife. It's a folding lock blade.
Okay, what is that model again? So, does it look like kind of like a carpet knife? That's what I'm thinking. The blade does.
It's a 10-049.
Okay, so the Stanley 10-049. So anybody watching the show, check out some of these models if you're kind of curious. Okay, so I'm looking at it. $8.40, $6.99 online. Replacement blades are $4. Yeah, the 10-049.
Yeah, I'm showing it on the camera.
Okay, let me. Oh, you're showing it off right now. I'm overlooking at the website right now. So
it's just a cheap little knife made by Stanley. It's just perfect, and it's got the locking mechanism. You pull out on the handle, and then you flip it back.
But razor sharp, though, right? I mean, it definitely has a nice sharp edge to it, though.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to break in here. I do have that model number for that CRKT. It's the M16.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. 14ZSF.
14ZSF. Okay.
Yeah. And
it
is made in Taiwan.
Well, it's better than China. I mean, it's kind of part of China, but it's not,
Right.
I'm looking at it right now. We'll just do a quick screen share so people can see what this one looks like if they're kind of curious. So, and these are knives, guys, that we've carried for years. And so, I mean, we can speak to the quality, and we're not endorsed by any of these companies at all. So let me show you what it looks like here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your CRKT M16 14 ZSF. Does yours have the wooden handles on it too, like that? Or
yeah. Well, let me see if I can.
Looks like it's wood. I can't tell if that's a G10 or wood or what that is.
No, it's plastic. It looks wood, but it's plastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So lifetime warranty on it. AUS 8 stainless steel, AUS, $89.99. Did you pay $90 for it?
I think I paid like $60 at the PX. So I bought it when I was overseas.
Okay. Oh, it's an interesting. I like the deploy on that. So it does have a safety on it then too. So it doesn't deploy unless you want it to. And it's got different mechanisms you can use to deploy it. You got the little thumb button. You've got and I'm not on the up and up on knife parts. I apologize. But the little thumb flippers on there too.
Well, it's got 2 safeties to put it back in. I guess it's.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about it. You got to hit two different deals to put it back up.
Oh, it looks pretty well made though. Cool. Yeah. That's going to give me some ideas. I'm actually in the kind of in the mode for doing some knife shopping myself. I've got a couple different brands I'm looking at and stuff and thinking about. So, all right, cool.
I didn't mean to butt in there.
No, it's cool. Don't worry about it, man. This is.
I was just gonna say my other ones. I tend to kind of grab for cheap knives.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to gravitate towards Smith and Wesson. I've got an old 3.5-inch lock blade that I used to wear as a boot knife when I wore boots a lot. But my favorite knife I've had since I was 13, and it looks still brand new because I'm kind of picky how I use it. It's the only one I actually take care of. It's an old Browning featherweight.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 3.5 inch lock blade, kind of the size of a buck 110.
Okay.
But the handle's made out of solid G10 with cherry wood inserts.
Oh, nice.
So I'll show you real quick. I don't
Yeah,
know
a lot of people don't even realize that some of these gun companies, they kind of sub-label out their stuff in knives. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So I've had that since I was 13. I spent almost $50 on that knife back then. But
is that even available? Is that available anymore or not?
They have variations of it still available, I think. But I mean, you're talking, 33-year-old knife. But it's I've always taken care of it because I just liked it so well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just buy cheap knives because I beat them up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's nice to have a few decent ones around. There's a few knives I like to call the barbecue knife. It's the knife that you have when you want to impress people. If you got to take it out at a party, right? Got to open up somebody's like a package or something. Got to have the barbecue knife. That's a new term that I'm trying to coin. So yeah, the barbecue knife. We got the barbecue gun. We also have a barbecue knife to go with it, right? Sweet. All right, Black Hat, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. I was just backing into a doctor here.
So what is your kind of your EDC? What works well for you?
Let's see if I can turn it on here.
And I know you showed me earlier. So we got a little Spyderco there. What model is that?
Spyderco. This is the police model.
Okay. Most of your Spydercos are made in Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. I think they might have some. Yeah.
They have some that are China made. You'll see them. They're more budget.
It's not like the Delica. Is that the Delica line or something, if I'm not mistaken?
No. You got the Tenacious. There's I'd have to look. There's a couple of. Usually, you can tell if it's less than $50 and it's a Spyderco, it's not made here.
But it still has the Spyderco. Are all the Spyderco's lifetime warranty though?
Yes.
Yeah. So and then that's the nice thing, man. They are a USA-based company. They're in Colorado. They're located in Golden, Colorado. I don't know back now, but back in the day, you could go take a tour of the factory, which I thought was pretty cool. You can go to their factory store, which I thought was really sweet. You could take your knives there if you need to get them serviced and stuff in house, which I thought was really neat.
Yeah,
so
that would be cool to go see. Actually, that would be neat to see their plant. Yeah, that's my general EDC.
Okay. What do those run? How much is that one? You said that's the police model.
Yeah, this one I believe they're normally. I'd have to look it up. This one has the custom. I had that. It has like a laser engraving on it. So this one ran a little bit more than normal. I think I paid like $170 something for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're normally that expensive. I think they're probably around $100 and a half, I'd say, for the police model. It's like $149 or $139. It's not one of their budget models. You can get one.
Go ahead.
I had the Tenacious, and I carried the Tenacious for quite a while, and they're only like around $50, and they're a pretty solid knife. I mean, it's still a pretty decent knife. It's just you're not going to get it. It's not going to be made in America. This uses VG10, which is one of like the super steels that are out there, whereas the Tenacious I think uses SV. I'd have to look it up again. I know I reviewed it on my channel. I know I said the steel on it there. But
chromoly vanadium or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
CR8V stuff. Yeah.
SV10 or so. I forget. It's one of the cheaper steels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I want the audience watching this to know. We're not, I mean, some of us are really into knives and stuff, but when it comes to the super technical part of it, we really aren't maybe into that so much, but we can tell you how well they work. And that's really all that matters in the end is, is it worth the money? How well is it held up? How's the warranty service? That's kind of what we can give you for advice in this episode. So if anybody was coming here for like, the super ultra, deluxe experience on learning about the important points of knives, but
I can tell you that the Tenacious, just from my perspective and use, I carried it for close to a year. I had to sharpen it 3 times in that time period. I mean, it takes an edge, but it dulled quick. Whereas this one, I've had for not quite a year, probably close to it, and I've yet to have to sharpen that.
Okay.
I mean, it's still got pretty much a razor edge on it there.
So it might be worth it just to spend a little more, get the American-made model, get the higher quality steel. You're going to get what you pay for when it comes to knives. You're going to get something that's going to function, but you're not always going to get maybe, like the greatest steel or something that's going to hold an edge that doesn't require frequent sharpening. So cool. All right. And Tony, what about you? What's your little EDC? So you said, you're probably still carrying the same knife that you carried 125 episodes ago or 121 episodes ago when we had our last knife chat, right?
I'm sure of it, yes, because I haven't bought a knife in forever. What I carry is I carry a 3-inch old-timer lock blade and a Rough Rider, little, I think it's 2-inch blade, the longest blade. It's Cattleman, but it has 2 point blades instead of a sheep's foot. And the Rough Rider is as good as anything I've ever seen as far as holding an edge. I have yet to sharpen this, and I can still shave with it. And I've had it for at least 3 years.
Okay.
And both these were like $20. You know, because it's like I'm either going to break it or throw some bitch away or lose it, which I haven't, but that was my thinking when I bought them. I've got, I don't know, a few dozen pocket knives here, but these are the 2 I choose to carry.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to throw down a lot of money for a knife.
Yeah.
Although I think I am going to buy that one that Squib's talking about because Buck is better than Old Timer as far as quality goes of the metal.
Yeah, and we're only talking, what, $25 here? I mean, you're not really out that much, and you're getting a decent, you know, and I've got some of the older Buck knives. I need to maybe show them off. I've had them since I was a kid. So you can tell a lot of us, you can tell we grew up in the 70s or 80s because you had a pocket knife as a kid. Nobody cared, you know?
I got an in-school suspension for playing a game called Mumblety Peg in the 5th grade.
Oh, God.
I was playing. If anybody doesn't know what that is, my grandpa taught me it. You had a knife with 3 blades, and they're open to different positions, and you flipped it, and however many points you got is how it landed on the piece of wood.
Oh, God.
I was just playing on the playground, and the teacher thought that was not a good thing.
No, true story. I swear to God, I'm not lying here. I took my samurai sword to school in the 6th grade for show and tell. I asked the teacher if I could bring it to school, and she says, yeah, go ahead. So I bought it at the mall. I bought it at the mall when I was like 12. I took it to school and showed it off. I'm like, ooh, a real samurai sword. Kids were fascinated by it. I think I walked home with it. I think I had it, you know, duct taped to my BMX bike as I rode home, and nobody cared. That's the funny thing about it. I bought a machete at Walmart in middle school because we had some trees out back of our house, and I like to go out there and like hack away at stuff, you know, and play with my BB gun. And so, it's kind of crazy stuff.
Still got both feet?
Yeah, surprisingly, yes. I don't know how, but I got a U.S. camper machete from Walmart back in middle school. And I didn't even get carded for it when I checked out at Walmart. I don't even think they did back then, so nobody cared because, well, you're buying a machete, right?
Parents actually watched their kids back then, or did?
Oh yeah. I mean, my dad, my parents, I knew right from wrong. I wasn't going to do something stupid with it. I was just out there having fun with it. So, you know, but I'm gonna go out and hack something with a machete. Okay, have fun. You know. Hey, Single Shot, did I check up on you yet? What is your EDC? What's your daily carry knife? Did I ask you that question yet or not? I'm getting kind of old here.
Yeah, no, I was busy with the shop mechanic there. That's why I was kind of short there. But
yeah,
normally
so
I just carry a cheap folder, and I do have a Leatherman that I use as a multi-tool that gets used quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if I break that cheap one, I break it. You know, it's not a big deal. Same way with losing it. But that's one of the most important tools there are that we have to carry out here is a good pocket knife and a combination tool. Because you use them for everything out here, really.
Yeah, I keep a Leatherman in the glove box of our vehicles, and I've always got one down on my workbench, my reloading bench, because they just come in so handy, you know, and having that little blade on there, it comes in handy when you need it too. Yep. So we got to, I was going to say real quick, we've got Defense Dad, you're talking about the Buck Bantam. You said that's one to definitely check out.
Yeah, it's, you know, you can pick those up for the $20, $25 range, and they're if you don't want to carry a heavy knife like a Buck 110 or something, it's a Palmer blade, and there are a couple different sizes, but I don't know. I always like the 3-inch lock blades, but
yeah,
decent knife holds a good edge, and if you lose it, it's $20.
Okay, cool. Real quick, I just want to show you guys kind of a few knives that I have in my collection and what I've been using for the last couple of years. So let's start off with my EDC. This is the Emerson. This is the Kershaw knife made by Kershaw, designed by Emerson. It is the 6055 WMX. And this one was actually sent to me by Mel the Nut. I'm still using it as my EDC like 4 years later. And what's cool about this one is it's got a pocket deploy. So this is in your pocket. When you pull back, this will catch on the inside fabric of your pocket and flip open. And at first, it's kind of like you're not used to the knife being open as soon as you pull it out. But it's a really great design. You just pull back and towards the rear of your pocket, and it just flicks right open. It's held an edge really well. I've used it a lot. It's got a good-sized blade on it. It's a little big for small, delicate jobs, but I mainly carry it as a defensive knife. It is basically my EDC, which I can't carry at work, but this is what I have when I'm out walking the dog or for traveling. It's been a great knife. And since it's a clip knife, obviously, it's going to be concealed. It's kind of funky, though, because you've got the nylon, handle on one side, and then you've got this smooth side on the other, but I've never had any problems with grip or anything like that. So Emerson actually designed it, and I think this is their patent, this little flick out system. And then Kershaw is actually the company that manufactured it. And yeah, so Mel sent me this one a couple of years ago, and I still have it. Blade material on this one, 6065. And it says Kai on it. I can't remember if Kai Cut owns the company. I can never remember who owns Kershaw because they own like 4 other companies also. These are, I want to say they were maybe like $40 when Walmart did carry them. I don't even know if this one's in production anymore, but you probably pick one up like on eBay. I highly recommend this one. It's been great, and I beat the heck out of it. It's got so much lint and crap in here for me carrying it. My barbecue knife, when I want to look all fancy and really cool or whatever, I got the Victorinox Cadet. And these are great. They come in a lot of different colors. I've had this one for probably close to 10 years now. Look at that. Look at that blade. I mean, I've used it heavily, and it still has held up well. It's nice and polished. Holds a really nice razor-sharp edge. This is made by Victorinox. And you've got a couple different attachments on it. The little screwdriver attachments in it have been really, really useful. So traditional, you got the screwdriver attachment. You've got the tried to cut my hand open here. Got a can opener attachment on this one. Little screwdriver edge. These actually bought this one at Target of all places, and I think it was $25. And the Cadets have gone up in price. They have them with black. It's like an aluminum handle on it, and they have different colors you can get. This thing has just been awesome. But the problem with this one is it's fully concealed. So I have to be careful, what you do if you're in a state where you can't have any concealed knives in your pocket. This might be a no-no, but you might, if you want to keep it out in your vehicle or something. And this is just stainless steel, Swiss made. So the Cadet, I highly recommend the Cadet as your barbecue knife if you want to be fancy. If you want to go entry level, I've had this one for 6 years, and I've just showed it off earlier. This is the Ozark Trail from Walmart. This is what 6 years of use will get you on an Ozark Trail. I have yet to break it. The blade is a little bit beat up. It's showing a little bit of wear, but it does have a titanium-coated blade on it. This guy's held up well. I've used it to beat the heck out of stuff. I used it to hammer nails with it. And this has been a good one. A little bit heavy, but just a little. It's just a short blade. I think it's like maybe 2 inches, 2.25 inches long. So I know I'm recommending a $5 pocket knife. They were $387. Now I think they're $497. Now, if you want to, one of my absolute favorite companies, and these guys are great. These are made in Sweden. This is the Mora or Morniv, I think is how you pronounce it. Morniv. This is their basic utility knife, which I showed off last time on the channel. And I mean, this sucker is just insanely sharp. You could use this one as just an all-around utility knife. If you do a lot of fishing and stuff, they make a fillet knife version of this. Mora's got an entire catalog. It's not a full tang, so I think the blade only goes down about halfway. But you've got the hard plastic sheath. You've got a drain hole in the bottom. Blackhead, do you have any experience with Moras at all?
I gotta say, I own several. It's hard to beat a Mora for the price.
Dude, this one was
lightweight too.
Yeah, this one, you can buy these, like Tractor Supply Company carries them. They're starting to show up now in more of the regular stores. You don't have to order them online. And the edge, this blade on this thing is absolutely beautiful. But it will.
Christmas presents, I think, two Christmases ago.
Yeah.
I got a deal on, I think, eBay. They had a 2-pack of them for like $16 or something of those knives. I bought a bunch of them and gave them away to like my nephews and stuff.
It's got a nice, like, sticky silicone handle so it doesn't come loose in your hands when your hands get wet, which is really cool.
I was going to say, I have 2 of those as well. I've got one's got a blue end on the handle, and I think one is the same one you have there.
They have dozens of models. They have them. And then my favorite one, my most recent one that I bought, this one was $40, and for $25 more, you can get the fire starter version with a fancier sheath. But this is the Mora Bushcraft. And this one's got the carbon steel blade on it. This little guy is, this will make a nice, I actually keep this just like on my tactical belt. I don't have a combat knife yet, which I'd like to pick one up, but this one's got the carbon steel blade with a little edge ground on it. And I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on this one where they do actual bushcraft projects with it, and it does hold up. Not a full tang version, but you can get a full tang version for $90. And they do make like a combat military style also. And this one's also made in Sweden. This one's got the high carbon blade, so I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of rust resistance. If you have to put some gun oil on it to keep it from rusting, or if you have to keep it dry. Yeah.
I say any of the carbon blades, you're really going to want to oil them up. Treat it just like a blued steel gun.
Okay.
Clean it, oil it. The nice thing with carbon blades is they will sharpen way easily. If you have to sharpen it in the field, you can usually get a pretty good edge on it if you know what you're doing with just a stone.
Oh, these. Man, you could shave with this thing. It's got one of the sharpest. I mean, you're talking like surgical freaking steel here. These things are so insanely sharp. And yeah, $15 for this one. You want to get just a good, just all around, just blade to have. $40 on this one. I can't speak to warranties or service or anything like that. Like I said, they're made in Sweden, but they're not Chinese made, so that matters to a lot of people. So is the little sheath on the back. So you got that hard plastic sheath with it. You've got the regular clip attachment. It's got a little attachments for pegs, however you want to carry it. But yeah, these, man, I'll tell you what, the more knives, or if you want to step up and just get a good all around utility knife, farm supply stores carry them. Online, I think they start at $15 if you want stainless, and then $20 if you want carbon. And if you want any of the fancier ones with like the fighter starters built in the handle, you always have that as an option too. So the Moras are great. Highly recommend those. Yeah.
Here's the thing with knives too, as far as my opinion. Like there's great knives out there and there's inexpensive knives. Some people become knife snobs and they carry around knives that cost as much or more than the gun they're carrying sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And it depends how you use it. I like to have a lot of knives and I use them. I use them as tools. I pry with them, everything else. So for that, I'm not going to spend a bunch of money. Would I like to have a really nice bench made? Yeah, someday, but chances are I'm going to spend $300 on that and I'm going to lose it. So that's just my personal opinion, but a lot of people, they concentrate everything on the steel and everything. I'm like, my God, how much do you use these knives? And you have 8 or 10 of them?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's, honestly, that's the bulk of my collection, aside from some smaller, older ones that I have, and then the ones that I keep around, like, the workbench or in the vehicles and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I do. Let's check out and see what people are saying over on the YouTube side. What are you guys recommending out there? There's a few people talking about how they sharpen them. DM Foss says they got a more fillet knife. It's great. Yeah, they're really hard to beat. Let's see here. They're doing a little round robin chat discussion on what they're going to use right now. We're going to talk about the K-bars because I think a K-bar is probably going to be the next knife that I purchase. Oh, let's see what else we got.
You won't be disappointed if you do.
No, I definitely want to get one. JH586 says I have an Ontario knife company, Rat 3, Buck 110. Cold Steel is another favorite. Cold Steel, do they make the AK-47 line of knives? Is that right? I think I saw that earlier because there's the AK-47 line that's out there that you can get, combat inspired. And there's a lot of like Russian ones that are out there too. Spyderco uses S30V a lot. That's a great steel. Own an original V42. So yeah, I mean, there's some go-tos that we've had for a very, very long time. Boat75 says, has anyone tried the polymer knives? No, I have not. But I know you can put a pretty wicked edge on those. And look at the polymers we have these days. I mean, you're getting to a point where they're really getting pretty serious. Gizzard Gary says, if you're on a budget, check out the Boker Plus Strike. I own a couple of those, and they're great knives for the money. Yeah, I need to look into the Bokers a little bit. I know those are really popular too, and I have not had a chance to check them out. Let's see here. Squibload has a Buck 285 Bantam BLW. Okay. More Conservative says 46 years old. He's just a kid. Defense that I think that's aimed at you. So Gizzard Gary says I've got a Benchmade Mini Barrage that I bought a few weeks ago. It's a great knife. Yeah, check out Gizzard Gary's channel because he's been doing some knife reviews too. There's some great ones over there also. Poor Conservative says the Gerber Suspension NXT Combo Pack, multi-tool and stainless steel lock blade, great pack for under $40. Yeah, Gerbers are fine. I mean, I've had a lot of good luck with Gerber knives. I got some older ones. I don't know if they maybe used to be American made or not, but they have a whole different series of price points. You can spend whatever you want. Blue Steel 44 says I'm still rocking a Spyderco Endura, fully serrated from like 1995. You know what, Blue Steel, that was a great year. Everything that came out of 1995 was absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Thomas Reese says Kershaw, Gerber, Buck are my EDCs that I like. All right. So we're down to about the last 15 minutes that I have for the show. So real quick, I just want to do a little screen share here. You guys feel free to comment if you want to. So Squib, you've had some experience with K-bars. What can you tell me about K-bars, Squib? And I'm going to show off their catalog. Go ahead.
Well, First off, it's an American-made knife. I mean, they do have more than just knives there. I actually do have the spork and the bottle opener you just
I was
showed.
going to get to that in a second. Yeah.
I think I've got a review for I've got a review for the bottle opener on my A channel and the spork on one of my B channels. But
You beat me to it.
The K-bars they offer in all kinds of different configurations that go beyond the original configuration. So you have a lot of different options there. This is a full-size combat knife. This is a big knife, and I've gutted a deer with one of these. It does work. I've split a log with one of these things. It's very, very durable. If you're looking for something that is full-sized, if the laws in your state, look, they've even got blue for Space Force.
Yeah, they are the official knife supplier of the Space Force. So
yes, if the laws in your state allow you to have a full-size knife like this, I would recommend it highly.
Okay, 5 1/4-inch blade or 7-inch blade? What would be better for
seven? Seven is a real K-bar. That's okay.
But I'm talking about practical use. Do you have anything to gain from going with a slightly shorter blade? Use of mobility or not?
Use. K-bar is the fighting knife of the United States Marine Corps, and I'm not going to accept anything less than a 7-inch blade.
Okay, because that's what I'm going to buy then. Because I've wanted a K-bar for the longest time. So $61.95 for an American-made full-size combat knife's not bad. Go ahead, Black Hat.
Squib, can I do like I normally do and just get the 5 1/4 and say it's 7?
Well, I mean, you could, yeah.
I just tell everybody it's 7. That's what I've been doing for years anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just pop in. Yeah, the quintessential K-bar, the 7-inch with the leather handle. That's hard to beat. I had one of those. Honestly, I don't know what happened with a couple moves. I want another one. They're just awesome.
Now, if you want a variation on it, they've got the shorter blade, they've got the serrated blade, they've got the different colored handles and stuff. But the two knives that are going to be official is just your standard K-bar.
Okay.
With the leather handle and just the regular the fixed blade. That's about $115 knife. The other would be that same model, the 7-inch in all black. That's
the one that I want.
The fighting knife.
Yep.
Now the fighting knife is what they would have issued you in supply. If you wanted a K-bar in the Marine Corps, you'd have to go down to the PX or out in town to a surplus store or something and buy one yourself. You could carry one out in the field, but as far as the knife that they issued you, it looked just like the K-bar, except it was all black, and it's right here in their catalog as well.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two official ones. Everything else is an offshoot, and there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing. I kind of like that machete there, that utility. Let's see where.
Up here,
right here,
these guys.
The Becker Tack tool knife machete. I might want to try one of those.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of different things you can do. It's got some pretty interesting points and tips on it and stuff. Yeah.
So I mean, they sell more than just your two standard military knives. They've got so many and if you're in another branch and you want a K-bar and you want to have a commemorative one, they've even got them where you can engrave the K-bar. So if there's a Marine that you know that's about to separate from service and you want to get them something commemorative, you could have it engraved with their name, their rank, that sort of thing. I mean, K-bar offers a lot.
Here's the one I was looking for. I think this would be the one that I'm going to get. Full size black.
This right here is what they would issue you at supply. If you went down to go get a knife, this is what they give you. This with a black sheath.
Now this just has the leather sheath. Wouldn't you get the Kydex or whatever it is with it instead?
We didn't have any Kydex back in the day. I don't know what these kids are carrying today. I think the new Marine Corps fighting knife is also the bayonet. They've integrated it into it the way the Army did with the M9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So $74.95, not bad for a nice full size, decent utility combat knife. So that's American made too on top of it. Now I noticed that when I looked at the history of the K-bars, they had been manufactured by a bunch of different companies back in the day when they first came out. There was 5 or 6 companies that made them. So these are made by, is it Ontario Knife Company makes these now?
Yes. I think they're up in New York State, I think.
Okay. Yeah, they are. Yep.
Cool. The K-bars that the Marines carried in World War II are like the classic one with the leather handle and all that. But afterward, that sort of changed. So like I said, you can still carry one on your gear, but you're going to have to go get it yourself But the history behind it, the history behind this name, it's kind of like Jeep. You know, a Jeep has to go off road, otherwise they can't put that badge on there. It might have a lot of pretty boy accessories today, but you're still expecting it to go off road. A K-bar's got to be rugged, otherwise it's going to lose credibility.
Here's what's cool about K-bar. You can buy into it for $6.95. You can get the tactical Spork with the hidden knife for $6.95. You get a little serrated edge there.
Yeah.
Made from the same polymer as the handle. And if you're a big Spork fan like I am, this is definitely the way to go.
It's made in America, and it actually works.
Yes. I mean, look at that. That's great.
I really need to get one of those Sporks, I think, now.
Keep it in your lunch bag. Keep it in your lunch bag. Nobody would ever know.
You've got options. If you're patriotic, they've got them in red, white, and blue.
Look at this.
The only
Look at
thing
this.
I'll say about the K-bars is if you're one of those types who likes to have the shiny Gucci Glock that doesn't show wear, that kind of stuff, the K-bar is probably not what you're going to want because there's some blade maintenance on it. But if you use it for what a knife's supposed to be used for, their things are almost indestructible.
So Squib, you gave the technical insight into this one when K-bar was designing it, the Lake Effect Ice Scraper. That's right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is it's short, so it's not something I can reach all the way across the. But for because you usually carry two snow.
Well, I've got a long one, like on a stock or whatever. I just carry one, but I have to have one with like the brush
that
on it.
I would like to. Yeah, this I would like to try out for the short scraper. Maybe add that as an accessory to the truck. Another truck video.
Some chopsticks. Now here, if you want to whistle. You don't need a little sissy whistle. You need a man's whistle. There you go. Their emergency whistle. I think it's like 118 decibel or something like that. It is a beast, man. And comes in a 2-pack. So there you go. One for him and one for her. So for all of you out there that are thinking about something to get for that gun guy or gun gal that's got everything at this point, get him a Spork. Get him a tactical Spork. You really can't go wrong. A 4-star review, that does not do it justice. I'll just say that right now. So, I mean, why would you not give that 5 stars? When you get a this kind of a setup, you know what you're getting yourself into. Why would you not give this a 5-star review? I mean, let's be honest here, right? Probably not dishwasher safe. That's probably what they're complaining about, But yeah. Or you can go.
No. You can wash it in a dishwasher.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Separate the knife. Separate the knife from the blade so you don't get anything in there. Just take the 2 pieces and drop them. Yeah, I've washed mine multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Works fine.
Right. And you got the crunch spoon straw. Do you have this one, Squid?
No. What's this?
This is it is their spoon that pops off and has a straw. So when you're doing your cereal, if you want to suck up your it's got the straw built into the spoon. So if you don't want to tilt the bowl, you want to drink your milk, you can just put that down in there and just fire away.
Think about the ice cream applications for that one.
This is great I think I need to get this one and the Spork for work. Of course, with a knife blade in there.
You got that melted part in the bottom of the bowl. Think about that.
Wait a minute. I thought K-Bar had an ice cream scoop.
No, I don't think so. Well, not available through Blade HQ because then it just goes into their little $10 knives, their little fixed blade skeleton knives and stuff. But they might. But here's the fishing tool, which is like a little portable fishing application device. I wouldn't call it a pole.
Look for the Dessert Destroyer. That's what they call their ice cream scoop. Type it in, Dessert Destroyer.
Don't forget about the pizza cutter.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to be on there. Okay, let's just do a little K-bar. Now we're just having some fun, guys. I just want to give you a heads up on that. So hopefully gave you some good advice on some practical knives that you can pick up. So Dessert Destroyer, ice cream scoop. Here it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. $17.34. Dude, throw that in your ammo box. You are ready. You are ready for range day. Look at the handle. That thing. Look at that angle. Man. It also works great with melons, such as watermelon and cantaloupe. So, yeah. Made in America with food and water safe Creamid polymer. The Dessert Destroyer. What's the other one that they have? Oh, the pizza cutter. The Zaw pizza cutter. Out. See, I want to mount this on my M4 so that way I can cut pizzas. If you could get a bayonet.
Now that would be a barbecue gun.
Bayonet, mount that monster on your M4.
Make the pizza in the outdoor stove like Mr. Big Kid does.
Look at that.
Right?
Look at that.
And then just pull out your rifle and you got your pizza cutter bayonet and
Made in America. I mean, look at that. You know the steel is going to be good because, hey, it is a knife company, right? I mean, check that out. They need to have a pop-off cap so you can put your Parmesan cheese in there, though. That
You
would
get
be
an electric motor to that, and that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, dude. Yeah, have like you can hook a chain up to that end right there. What else do they have? I'm just fascinated with K-Bar has to offer. Here's the 3-pack. So I recommend if you got somebody who's getting married, I know this isn't on the registry, just buy this for them anyway. Who cares? Definitely make the groom feel better. So look at that. You get the 3. You can make it match with whatever camo you're running. Oh, it's the Spork 3-pack for $25.70. That's a good deal. So you get all 3 of them and all of them have the knives built into them.
Yep.
Ooh, I like this.
And they got the red, white, blue.
There you go. Red, white, and blue right there. Merca. There you go. See, this is why people hate us, because they don't have this in their country. This is why they don't like us, because they don't have stuff like this. See, look at that.
Well,
look at that.
I mean, if you're French, you could do the same thing with this.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Sure. You can make it work for you, right? Real quick, I just want to show off we're still doing a screen share, right? Are we still on screen share or not? Yeah, we are screen sharing. Okay, I don't have any indicator on the screen. So, here's the buck catalog. I just went over to Blade HQ and I just looked up popular. So you got your 110 for $50. They do have some automatic models, which I didn't realize that. You got your spring assisted models and automatic lockbacks.
Yeah, Snob and Obnoxious have been going off about that and Sarge. They all are in love with that knife.
Is it because they're too lazy to just use 2 hands to open them, or are they really that awesome?
Oh, it's kind of neat. I don't know. To me, that's kind of blasphemy. I'd rather just have the standard lock. I like an old lock blade. I'm old, I guess.
I mean, it is cool. It is a neat application. It's kind of a nice modern application to a classic design. I can't complain about that, you know? Yeah. Buck's got some really nice looking knives. And I've got some older Bucks that I've had since I was a kid. And they're definitely decent. I don't know, are any of the Bucks American made? I don't think they are they?
Made in the USA of U.S. and imported material.
Oh, all Bucks or not?
Well, I don't know. Well, the 3 that I've got.
Okay.
The 283, the 284, and the 285.
They're assembled here. I think a lot of the steel in their blades comes from overseas.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Some really nice designs. The other one, real quick, Defense Dad, before we have to go here, you want to tell us about this one, the Max Ace Kestrel? This is the one you were talking about earlier from White Mountain Knives. Let's see, Defense Dad, do you want to say something about that one real quick before we go?
Sorry, I was talking. I forgot the mute button.
Oh, no, that's all good. Yeah, the Max Ace Kestrel. This is one you're thinking about buying.
I just think it's a cool looking knife. I'll be honest. Last week I saw it on this little Swords channel.
Okay.
And I just thought it was just a really cool looking knife. I'm kind of picky about knives. I don't like big, bulky knives, even though I like longer blades.
Yeah.
That's just looks like sleek and streamlined, and I just thought it was really cool.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I got family texting me right now. I apologize. Yeah, that is I like the colors on it and stuff. It's a really nice design. I don't know much about the brand. Does Kestrel make pretty good knives, or Max Ace? They make nice knives.
Yeah, they make pretty nice knives. They have some of them that are, they're up in that $300-$400 range, and they use nice steel and everything.
Yeah, M390 steel, Bowler M390 steel. 60 is the Rockwell hardness on it. G10 handle length 4.65 inches. So yeah, pretty cool. All right. Well, guys, we're going to have to go ahead and call it. I apologize because I got to get off to the range over here, and I've got a family member that wants to do some gun shopping today, so we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and just let the panel go ahead and put some final plugs in there. Thanks for joining us today, guys. And Tony, we'll go ahead and start off with you. Anything you want to say before we go?
I'm kind of busy here with 5 Catahoula puppies.
The new grandkids, right? Is that pretty much what it's turned into?
They're more destructive than any kid I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen any children chew on furniture, so I don't know. Maybe we did back in the day. I can't remember. So, Tony, anything you want to say before we go? Any final plugs you want to make?
Thanks for the invite. Everybody have a great day.
Yep. Thanks for being here, man. I do appreciate it. It's awesome having you here. Cool. All right, and another 125 episodes from now, when we do this chat again, you're probably still going to have the same knives, and that's totally fine.
I'm going to try to get that buck because this old timer does not hold the edge very well.
Yeah. No, that's all right, man. Yeah, upgrade, get something different, and then you can report on it. We'll check back in another 3 years and see how well it's working for you.
Yeah, I'll have forgotten by then, but hey.
You're like, did I buy that? Did I have it last time? I got to go back and check episode 176, wherever we are. All All right, Missouri Patriot. Anything you would say before we go?
No, nothing much. Just thanks for the invite, and everybody have a good day.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate having you on the show and contributing and giving people some good ideas for knives they can check out. So
yeah, I was finally able to get in again today.
Yeah, there we go. That's all right. And it's warmer too, so that's the most important thing. You're still alive, so
that's right.
Yeah. All right. Single shot. Anything you would say before we go?
Yeah. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And I've got a couple of new videos up. Folks want to stop by the channel and watch those. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Single shot with an exclamation point.
There you go.
And I've got another YouTuber there that I'm subbed to him, CaltonCutlery.com.
Okay.
And he does a lot of handmade stuff, very durable, and he won't sell them until they're right in his category. So he does a heck of a job, and they're real nice pieces. They're a little on the expensive side, but you know, for handmade cutlery, what can you expect? You know, so check out his site, his YouTube channel. And with that, thanks for the invite. America moves by truck. Take care, folks. Have a great
Absolutely, man. Thanks for doing what you do, brother. Appreciate it. All right. And moving on. Squib Load. Squib, any final words of wisdom before we go? Any final plugs you want to get in there?
No. Thanks for doing the episode on knives. I'm not much of a knife guy, but I'm kind of glad that you brought up some stuff I knew something about.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate the encouragement on the K-bar. I'll probably end up picking one up today if I can. So that's the plan. I can get them locally. So yeah,
Kingpin's out there said I was shilling for them, and yeah, I'd shill for K-bar, but I'd probably pay them to shill for them. Is there anything as reverse shilling? That's how much I like the products.
Well, and I mean, when it's the official, and we've said it before, you know, mil-spec doesn't mean it's the greatest in the world. It means that it'll get the job done. And I think that's what's important for a lot of people. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to be some elite tactical person if you have that item, but you're going to get something that's combat proven, something that's going to be reliable, something that's going to be worth your money. And that's really all I care about. So yeah, right on. All right. And Defense Dad, any final words of wisdom before we go? Any final plugs?
Oh, thanks for having me. Check out everybody's channels. I'll have a little teaser. I have my first top 5 video is going to release on Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
And it's not what you're thinking, because I hate top 5 videos. If you're easily butthurt, don't watch it.
I don't do a lot. I mean, I'm going to be honest, as a content creator, they get a lot of views. People love them. I think they're good for just getting some quick information. I've done a couple, not a lot, but I've done a couple, and they've done really well. But, you know, it just, yeah. But we'll be looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool. I'm going to be releasing a non-traditional video on my my A channel this week too. So it's practical. There's an idea behind it. There's a purpose, but it's not going to be firearms related, just so everybody knows. It does kind of tie in with the whole idea of prepper and prepper supplies. So I'm going to get that video edited. I'm going to post it over on Patreon early, because patrons get to see my videos early, and it'll drop probably on Wednesday on my channel. And so I don't know what you guys are going to think about it, but it's pretty fun. It was fun to make. It was delicious to make. I'm going to say that. So yeah. But anyway,
instead, how about top 5 reasons that top 5 videos are lame?
Hit me up in the after chat. I'll talk about that.
There you go. Then. There you go. All right. And let's see who is joining us today over on the YouTube side. I want to thank everybody from joining in. Again, the idea here, practical advice, some good recommendations for knives that aren't going to necessarily break the bank, or some higher quality knives that we've got some experience with. So join us today. We've got Tommy Gunsade, another good stream from the Great White North. Tommy, you stay warm up there in Canada, buddy. Justin Grimm's out there. Thomas Reeves, New York Outcast in the house. Black Hat Outdoors doing double duty over there and over here. Poor Conservative is with us. Kingpin JH586. Snake Doctor 78 in the house. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Let's see. Tacos and French fries. Always with us every week, man. I appreciate that. Uplift Mofo Party Plan in the house. I don't know why your message was retracted, Uplift. I need to check it out and see what's going on there. Let's see. DM Foz is joining us today too. Ozzy Orsborn's with us. Defense Stat over there and over here. Nebraska Gun Freak in the house. That Spyderco has some good knives. Going to hit a few places and see if I have any luck with ammo. Yeah, Nebraska Gun Freak. Check out Shields. That's one of the few places where you can get ammo at a good price. Otherwise, if you don't mind paying a bit more, go over to DE Guns and check it out. At least they've got it in stock. That's the most important thing. So check out DE Guns also. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much about it. Jason J's out there too. Let's see. William Manny was with us today. Scott P79 was out there, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty much about it. So Gizzard Gary in the house also, and Kingpin and Blot 75. Jason Stewart's joining us too. So this has been Caliber Corner, episode number 176, season 3. Had a little fun knife discussion. I have no idea what the topic's going to be for next week, but we will be back here same time, same place. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have fun, be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. Y'all take care and have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, Alicia.
And I'll translate that to Spanish. Adios, Alicia.
Bye, Alicia.
There we go. Alicia, I miss you.